So there was a point in the Pat McAfee interview with LeBron James that he was talking about Windhurst, and Windhurst had mentioned that LeBron wore 23 because of Michael Jordan. And in the interview, LeBron acknowledged that. But I guess Windhurst had said sometime, a long time ago, I guess, that LeBron signed with Nike because of Michael Jordan. And LeBron said, quote, "No, the F I didn't. I signed with Nike because I got a hell of a signing bonus and moved my mom out of the hood the day after I signed that contract." So here's the thing. LeBron is 18, you're 18-year-old LeBron James. You graduate from St. Vincent-St. Mary High School. His agent at the time, Aaron Goodwin, who we don't talk about anymore. Aaron Goodwin was negotiating these deals. And there was 3 shoe companies that was involved in this. It was Reebok, it was Adidas, and it was Nike. And there's a really good story on Anscape. It's on my X channel, so if you can go see it, and where they talked about what happened back then. So here's the thing. LeBron is framing it as Nike offered him the most money. It was a no-brainer. It was about the money. Okay. Here's the thing. They all offered him the same amount of cash. Adidas sponsored the St. Vincent-St. Mary team with jerseys and shoes and all that. So St. V was an Adidas team. They offered him like around $100 million. This is all in that article. They offered LeBron James $100 million, but I think the money was guaranteed. Reebok offered him more than $100 million. And there was a meeting with LeBron and probably with Gloria and Aaron Goodwin, the agent. And Aaron Goodwin said, "I thought that LeBron was going to sign with Reebok." And then LeBron decided to go with Nike. Now, if I'm going by these numbers, it seemed like the Reebok contract was the most. And it seemed the Nike contract was actually second, because I don't know how much the Adidas contract was partially guaranteed. So maybe it was like $100 million deal, but maybe 50 to 75 is guaranteed. I don't know. But the Nike deal was second. So it makes you wonder, so if Reebok offered him the most money, why come he just didn't go with Reebok? And that's why I feel like the Jordan aspect comes in. I feel like he don't want to say it, but you can't wear number 23 and not have that influence on you when you're deciding at 18 years old to sign with Nike. I'm sure he went to the Nike facilities out in, I think in Washington there is, and that's where there's Brand Jordan and there's a Michael Jordan building. You can't be an 18-year-old LeBron James, the chosen one, number 1 pick in the draft, and you're going to Nike and see a Michael Jordan building and not envision you having a LeBron James building at 18 years old. As smart as LeBron is at 18, he was a smart kid. He wasn't that business in tuned just to think like a 40-year-old guy. Like he's an 18-year-old kid. And the fact that you wore number 23, you've seen Jordan your whole life, you're visiting Nike. Jordan has the top shoe in the biz. Jordan has a building named after him in Nike. You can't tell me that that wasn't something that swayed you. Like LeBron James was born in 1984. Jordan was drafted in 1984. Jordan retired from the Bulls in 1999. That was also the same freshman year that St. V started with LeBron and Drew Joyce and Romeo and then that whole crew. With Keith Dambrot at that time as the head coach. LeBron knew nothing but just Jordan his whole entire life. So to almost act like there wasn't a Jordan influence on this. I'm not saying that he's not lying about the fact that Nike offered him the money and that's why he signed. But there was also competing bids there too. So it was like Nike offered him like $97 million and Adidas and Reebok offered him like $50 million. Like, no, like he could have signed with Reebok. If it was about money, he would have signed with Reebok. But again, that's how stories get kind of changed and massaged over the years, right? I want to do one more thing about this too. because he never brings this up. Because he brings us up about his mom a lot. Because he brings up his mom, Gloria. But we got to talk about like the male influences that he had in his life at that time. Like one of the reasons why we see LeBron be the person that he is that he had a lot of strong males around him. Coaching wise, you had Keith Dambrod at first, and then Drew Joyce. You had Frankie Walker and his family who brought LeBron in for a couple of years when Gloria couldn't take care of him, and that's where LeBron played basketball for the first time, because LeBron was playing Pee Wee football. So Frankie Walker, if you don't know the story, Frankie Walker and his family, his wife and his kids, Frankie Walker was a Pee Wee football coach, and he knew about LeBron and Gloria just moving from place to place to place, and there was no stability. But he liked LeBron. He's like, LeBron was a good kid, no dad around, and he just he knew LeBron. He wasn't going to school. Like he was, it was bad. It was bad. And there was some coaches that thought about maybe we need to play. One the coaches, I guess, were discussing like one of them should take LeBron in, but they couldn't do it. So Frankie said, I would do it. And he brought him into his family. And, that's where LeBron first started playing basketball, because LeBron was just focusing on football, and Frankie and his son would pick up basketball. And that's where LeBron started playing basketball. So, and then, again, with the coaches with Drew Joyce and Frank and Dambrod, and then later Aaron Goodwin, his first agent. Like LeBron had a lot of strong men, and that's only a partial list of men that surrounded LeBron. So I think that's important in this story, because a lot of times it makes it seem like it was just Gloria, and LeBron knew everything what he needed to do. And he was, it's like, no, there's bits and pieces that's missing. I don't think he mean it that way, but I think there should be some context in, because I think a lot of kids will feel like, well, I just need my mom and I don't need nobody else. I think a lot of times too, I think young ladies say the same thing. Well, I don't need a guy. I don't need any male figures in my life. I can do it just me and my mom. It's like, a lot of times, man, if you got some real positive men in your life and positive women in your life as well, it helps, because like I said, with the Walker family, LeBron got to see Frankie Walker and his wife, and that probably formed a model for him to watch with him and Savannah. Like he didn't have that with his mom, he didn't know who his dad was, but those middle school years, he saw what a family unit looked like, and I think that carried with him for the rest of his life. You take any of these men out of LeBron James' life, and we might not be talking about him today. He might not be talking about this contract that he signed with Nike if you take the Walker family out of this, or you take any of these positive men who wrapped their arms around LeBron because they knew he was a good kid. He just needed some stability and some guidance. So if you guys know a kid out there, or some kids that might be fatherless, might be motherless, and they need some help. I know everybody can't bring some kid into their home like the Walker family did LeBron, but you could be like the other men that was in LeBron's life. You could be a mentor. You can give them counseling. Just say, hey, if you ever need to talk about something, let me know. Or if you can help them with their schoolwork or something. They might not be signing some big deal with Nike, but you don't know if you catch them early enough how their life could change. Because let's say the Walker family had brought in LeBron when he was in high school. It might have been too late. They caught him at that crucial time period, that middle school, junior high school time period. So, listen, man. I know that LeBron said he signed that deal because of the money, but the other shoe folks offered money too. It's like, nah, that's the Jordan influence. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. Like Kobe Bryant walk like Jordan, talk like Jordan, move like Jordan, but Kobe was always his own man. He was 8 and 24. He didn't wear 23. No, he took over Jordan's mannerisms, but now he carved out his own identity, man, with 8 and 24. LeBron didn't play like Jordan, but no, I feel like that Jordan influence, it was a much more of a Jordan influence that he's letting on. Shout out to Michael Jordan. Shout out to LeBron James, man. It's a beautiful thing. Hopefully if you're a kid watching this, you can find something that you love too, and you can make a lot of money, or just be really happy in a skill that you cultivated because you love it so much.